How many actuators do I have? Well, I'm sorry, can I actually have everyone to take one step backwards? Thank you, I do need space to function.
You sound like actuators.
Well, sitting on my arms, I can only count 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only see 4 at the moment.
What about on your legs?
I'm not really sure.
Oh.
No way. He understands your roots. How are you today? I'm doing very good. How are you? Doing great, man.
Can you do a deep knees in like me? What's your favorite song to dance to?
My favorite type of song to dance to?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of EDM. He uses a lot of electronics. Yeah.
Alright, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakak, Radash, double honors to apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I just wanted to show this clip because now Tesla is having robots, which ain't no surprise. Because again, you had Germany that came out with the robot, then you had Japan, now you have America doing it. And now they're upgrading it, they're making it more influencing. And as you can tell, it even has its own complete voice in how it sounds. Almost sounds like an actual person inside the robot, as if it's like a suit, but it's not. So they're definitely upping how these things work, and you can only imagine not backlash, but the problems that this would cause for later on in the future, especially when they start using these things for military purposes. So it ain't far-fetched, because they're gonna ease it in as something cool. They're gonna try to mimic the things that Japan does, because in Japan they got actual machines, which I think I did a video on it already. They have I think it's a McDonald's that they actually have a machine bot that actually has arms and serves other people. So they're gonna make it seem like some cool thing here, but they're gonna make it real lifelike as well. To make it seem like they're above Japan or some other stuff. You know how this place is. But either way, these guys, these other countries, these nations, and specifically Babylon, these rats, they trying to play God. Everybody sees how well America does and think we're going to be the next best America. And they don't understand that's just a delusion that they have. They're playing with the power they don't even understand. Esau is playing with the power he doesn't even fully understand. He has more of a grasp to it than these other nations. But again, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So of course he's going to have a little bit more knowledge on how to operate this power that was given to him until the Lord comes back and takes it away. So this is probably going to be a short clip, or sorry, short video, but this is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their head." And that's what Esau does. Nothing about him is original. He's got to copy anything that goes on in this society. I mean, how in this day and age, if you want to be more technical, I would say this is like the copy generation, copy era, or how should I say? It's a particular word I'm looking for, but it's more basically these other countries was just basically copying each other and see what they can do better. I mean, think about it. Look at the military, the missiles they make, the bombs they make, or just even the weaponry. The weaponry keeps increasing. Modern society keeps increasing. So all these things are just copying and pasting off each other, especially since there's a lot of import and export. So the rapid growth of these empires is growing great, but the decline of them is going to be even greater, especially this place. So all this power that these nations have, and especially these rats, it's going to be a huge destruction upon them, and it's going to be a suffering destruction at that. That's what makes this so much greater in this era of technology. That is, just in general, this it's like an era that all these things is definitely going to uh, backfold 10 times more, right? So this is Revelations 18:3. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through abundance of her delicacies." And that's going back to what I mentioned about the import and export, basically how they make money off of us. We're the biggest consumers. They make the merchandise and all this other stuff. They get the wealth that's funded back and forth. It's no wonder that Esau wants the NWO. Everybody under that one currency, because nobody can back out after that point. And they're going to make it real convenient. They're going to really make it to where you have to be in that net. We're basically already in it now, but there's quote-unquote ways to get out of it. Esau wants to make sure there is no way. No matter where you escape to, there is the M-Top is going to be there waiting for you. No matter where you hide, you can be underground, it doesn't matter. Esau's going to find any way to get everybody chipped. That's how he plans to do it. Right? But of course, we already know how it's going to be. A lot of people get chipped, a lot of people don't. And you have the hopeful elect that which we already understand, they won't be touched by that, even if they have to die in the truth. They won't be touched by the M-Top, because the Lord will bless them through that high amount of faith they have. Right? We keep going. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye perceive not her plagues." It's like not perceive, receive not her plagues. And this is what we're doing. That's why we're constantly out there to make, not even just being out there, but even in our own homes, making sure that we're praying and keeping our minds right, not to be taken by the devices of this world, by the devices that Esau had put up, and by devices that goes into designs. Because this is more, because you got a lot more than just, let's say, before. Let's even go before the M-Top. Let's talk about social media. That is a design. It works the same way. To not get caught up in social media would be a good step, not to be overthinking about this, because you got a lot of people that are so caught up in social media, they don't know what's what. That's why they're constantly searching for this, and that. So many doctrines. Those are all designs meant to keep us sleeping. Even in its truth, we gotta be more vigilant, not to be taken by designs. Even if you may not understand it, that's what having the brotherhood is there for. Because if you don't know, another brother would know, and they can stop you from making poor decisions, or from making for being caught up too much that it leads you back into the world. By the Lord's will, that the Lord keeps you that way. But you do, for example, and the Lord has shown us time and time again, that brothers will fall back into the world. And then it's just raps on there. I had a camp leader that here that did the same thing. He was in the truth, fell right back into the world. And see, that's where the Lord's telling us to pretty much come out of this place, not to be taken by these wicked designs. No matter whether it's being money flashed to you, your entertainment on all-time high, or a new car that they want to give you, new branded shoes. None of that stuff matters. And of course, we can say it, but the main thing that will keep us out of that is prayer and faith. So this is Jeremiah 10:2. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the earth, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Now, when you go into that word dismayed, for the ones that don't know, it says, even the Webster, Merriam-Webster, you could look there, it says, to feel or show feelings of alarm, concern, or dismay. Now, or exceeding, or experiencing or showing feelings, basically the same thing, right? Upset, worried, agitated because something's unwelcome situations or occurrence. And you see how our people act when the slightest thing goes wrong. But let's backtrack. So it says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven." Which means don't be troubled by all these things that's going to happen. Because why? Because we know we have the understanding of why these things are going to happen and that it needs to happen. We look forward to it. But let's go. It says, "For the heathen are dismayed at them," and that even equates to even our own people, because they be dismayed. Like I mentioned earlier, the slightest thing goes wrong, our people's acting like a fool. But this even goes towards heathens, because let's see, even here, for example, when things start really backfiring, because everything was supposed to go well. Let's say if they start implementing these machines into a McDonald's, Burger King, and all this other stuff, and then the whole system crash. I'm not just talking about in these fast food places, but anywhere and everywhere where these things were established, and you have no person actually there to back up the problems, or to back up what the initial duties, what the robot was supposed to do, which means everybody's panicking, everybody's upset, everybody's pissed, because now it's a disruption to their fast flow, and that flow is no longer there. So even with all this, especially with the plans that Esau has in line, and a lot of them's going to fail, he's going to be dismayed. So all these nations playing God, there's going to be a heavy disruption, and they're going to be pissed, probably even scared, because all these things come to a close eventually. It always do. So we just sit back and watch and let the movie keep rolling. But that's pretty much all I have going into that. So, little one, this is a little edifying. With that, shalom.